London, Brooklyn, London, Brooklyn, Atlanta, London, Harlem, Brooklyn, Kingston, Atlanta, London, Harlem, Brooklyn, Kingston, Atlanta, London, Harlem, Brooklyn, Kingston, Atlanta. London, Harlem, Brooklyn, Kingston,
Hello, lovely sim racers. I hope I didn't keep you waiting. I'm Constantinos, and this is Lovely Sim Racing. I got carried away reading Discord and trying to catch up with a few things that I want to work on today. Hope you have been well and good. Peak brake bias. I'm picking up where I left off yesterday. So last night when I got off, didn't have any time to do much. This evening after work, I worked on some new versions of the stickers, a brand new version basically. So I completely redesigned it. I had a nice chat with Martin Ascher, and you know, I showed him the latest version, and he always has the best ideas, the greatest feedback. So I took that feedback and feedback that I got from the Discord, and I created a new version, which I will be showing today, and I will actually on stream, I will be using it and putting it on my steering wheel. I'll be removing the old ones and putting new ones on. And then I'll be working, today's going to be working on the lovely dashboard. Some new things that I didn't want to do, but I am going to do. So a new feature, which I promised I wouldn't add new features, but I'm going to add new features. And then, yeah, I'm just going to go through the backlog again, taking a look if there's anything new, anything blue, anything borrowed. No, that's not actually what I want to do. Anyway, yeah. Hope you've been all good. Hey, Martin, welcome to the stream, man. Yes, I will be adding your suggestions. Well, you already seen the sticker sheet. I'll be putting both of them. I haven't tested them like on the actual steering wheel. I'll do it live. Who cares? Like, what can go wrong? Maybe not get a good sticker on. And I'm also doing one more thing. So I said I'd be using a glossy sticker. But I got a new set of sticker sheets that are matte, vinyl matte, and I think I prefer it a bit more to the glossy ones. So I need to see what I'm gonna do with like over 50 sheets of glossy vinyl sticker. I'll see what I'll do with that. But I'm probably going to go with the matte version. Yeah, again, it's the same thing. They're vinyl. It's waterproof. It's not so waterproof. It's not as waterproof as the glossy version. It's a bit more. Yeah, I want to test it. I want to scratch. I mean, the glossy stickers are scratch proof, waterproof. They don't leave any residue, glue. So they're perfect, basically. And I've thoroughly tested them. I have them in front of me right now. So I want to test the matte version as well. I want to see. I think the matte stickers are not as scratch proof and not as waterproof, which is an issue. Like I want these to be long lasting. So we'll see. Martin has been giving me the lowdown on exactly which steering wheels work with all the new integrations and everything, and I will be, because as I said, I'm preparing all the documentation for the release next Friday. Yes, it will be next Friday, version 2.7. So I'm writing all the documentation on these things, and I just want to clarify a few things. What works, what doesn't work. I've been getting a lot of questions on YouTube, on Discord. You know, even on Instagram, someone was messaging saying, will this thing work with my Ascher Pro, the Artura Pro Simcube? Yes, it will. But I just need to create a nice comprehensive list of the two main features of the Artura and the Ascher wheels in general, because it's not just the Artura. Which feature works with what wheel? So the first feature is basically the radial dials. The radial dials popping up on your screen and showing you, if it's a modifier, showing you what you've selected, so you always know it's there. As it is now, it's working. And the second one is the actual integration for settings of the steering wheels. So I'm gonna make a comprehensive list, which steering wheels work with what features, and hopefully it'll be easy for you guys to take note and understand. Gillet Marcel, you really like the music, huh? Yeah, I can blast it. Let's go party. I would put something that's copyrighted, but I don't want to, because I don't want to get any copyright strikes. So I'm just using Stream Tunes, which is essentially royalty-free music. Great for streaming, great for content creation. If you haven't seen them, you should go. Stream Tunes, double E. They got a really nice list. All right. So what should I do first? Tell me, what do I do first? I'll do something easy first. Let me stop these replays and everything, because I'll be working on this right after. Okay, let's do the stickers. Let's do the stickers. So what I want to do first is, Martin, I'm going to take apart your steering wheel. All right. So first off, as I said, these stickers will be, they're made in-house on really, top quality, and I'll show you the quality of the matte. You already seen that in previous streams. I've shown you the glossy. I will show you the matte finish stickers. Really good quality, reusable, no glue residue on your steering wheel, because I would not ever do something like that to your steering wheel. It's not paper, so it doesn't tear. It can come off. In fact, the ones that I've found, I've done testing for like 10 different stickers qualities. They all can go on and off, so you can stick it on, you can remove it, put it back on a piece of paper here, put another one on. So if you have like 2 or 3, of course it will only do like 2 or 3 times, right? So it's not like forever, it's not always going to be sticky, but you can, and it does kind of help with mistakes if you put it on wrong, whatever. And we'll do it here live, so if it goes wrong, you'll see it. So I'm getting that done. One thing that I found, which I didn't know existed, but I found, was this here tool. This here tool, right? It's called a weeding tool. Unlike the stuff that you do in your garden, this is for, basically it's like a little, where is it? Where's my eye? There it is. It's like a little needle, but it's really good for picking out small stickers and using them to place them somewhere with precision. So what I decided, and I actually did, is I've ordered a bunch of these, and I will be putting them as an add-on, because I could put them for free with the sticker sheets, but you only need one. So if you buy it twice, you don't need 2 of these. So it will be as an add-on. So if you buy a sticker sheet, you can just add one of these on. It'll be for the minimal price. Like it's like 2, 3, 4 years. I don't remember. I want to figure out how much this thing costs with shipping. And if you want this tool, well, you just select it within the sticker sheet. You just add it in, and it'll just add it in, and I'll just pop it in with your sticker sheet. But it's really helpful. It's really useful, and you'll see how it works now. So yes, first what we want to do is take the steering wheel off the base. And how will I show this? How will I show this? I don't POV wide. You can see my legs, my hairy legs, that's fine. If I put it here, you can't see it. So what if I don't, what the hell? What can go wrong, right? Let me do this. All right. This is literally as live as it can get. Like, it won't ever get any more liver than this. Liver-er. All right, where's my camera? Let me zoom in as much as it makes sense, basically. Okay. Okay, let's have it like that. Looks good, right? I turn on even more brightness. No, it doesn't make sense. It's just too bright. All right, so what we want to do? First thing, you need the Allen key that came with your steering wheel. This is the first thing you will need. And with this, just basically go in there. It's not my best seating position right now for working, but you got to see what's going on, right? And just twist it slightly, and this thing lifts off. You leave the screw in here. Wait, where is it? There. You leave the screw in there. You're not going to remove the screw. So let me get that one off. Let me get this one off as well. Perfect. They're gone. Screw is still in there, so it's not going to actually do anything. These two stickers here, is it focused? I think that's better. Oh, yes. I obviously I don't know the techniques you're using, but I do kind of let it light and sit and just lift it up. I don't let it sit there like too tight. But you can also see, like, if it's too tight, you probably want to remove it. So right, so with this little tool here, slightly just get it underneath, right? It's easy because this is very sharp. You don't want to pinch yourself. It's very sharp. So this is the glossy sticker, and as you can see, it comes right off. And this thing can still, you can still put it on, right? It's actually sticky. It's really nice, and it doesn't tear. No residue. There it is again. You don't even have to put a lot of pressure on it, and it will go on and off, right? Okay. So this, I don't really want to keep this anymore. This is the experimentation stuff. Let me get rid of this one as well. Again, these are the glossy. All right. No, absolutely no residue here, which is, I do have fingerprints though, and on the screen. Shame on me. But anyway, absolutely no residue. And this thing, it's not paper, right? So again, I can pull on it. It won't distort. It won't tear on your steering wheel. That is important because you paid good money for this thing. You don't want to make it look bad. All right, let me pull up. This is the old sticker sheet. Okay. This is the old one. This is the sticker sheet that I created yesterday, again with feedback. But the only reason I'm using this is because I actually set the rotary dial with all the stickers. So little pieces here, you can see. Little pieces. What you want to do basically is for any one of these, you just pinch it slightly, put this thing underneath, find it. Where is it? Come on. I just destroyed it because I can't see well. That's fine. Come on. I can't see well. There it is. So you just pinch it like that. And what you want to do is you find a slot where you want to put it. The rotary dial has slots on it, and you just find the slot. You align it with the black center. You can move it around a bit like that, and when you're happy with it, you just touch it and drop and push. Right? And this is what I've already done here. So let me get this away. There it is. Okay. What I want to do is I want to use this tool and hold it there. All right, so there it is. Done. So I always want to have brake balance on the 12, and the actual center hole is pretty much the size of what you have here. So it's quite easy to align. So what you want to do is just use this tool basically. Put it somewhere there. That looks good. You can actually see from the angle that I'm looking at, I can see the 12, so I can see it's fully aligned. Just go slowly over it. When you think it's in a good place, just touch it anywhere, remove the tool, and you're done. Now, this is the one that I created, so this is the one you can basically use the sticker sheet. So you can use a sticker sheet, and you have multiple, like there's a lot, but I will show you the new one has even more now. So you can have every single version, TC, TC2, as you can see here. There's a TC that's on the top side and one on the bottom side. So why do you want that? You want TC, TC, ABS, and then you want to flip these. So you can see ERS is written correctly, FARB is written correctly, and then you go away on the other side and page. So you basically just want to rotate. You want to use the specific one here to make sense for as you're reading the dial, right? So that's why there's so many. But here's the new one, the one that I created today. Check this out. Check this out. So you do have 4 dials, which you can customize, and look at all of the options. So much more. And the thing is, Martin basically said, why do you need all the numbers? You know, 1 and dark 1, and you know, blue and dark blue, green and dark green. I used it basically. If I can remove this, I used it basically to create this dial, sorry, right? So basically here I have a switch, the modifier on this hand side, and on the right hand side it's my mapping. So this is always green, and depending on what number it's on, it's the engine map. So I only have a basic one, just green, right? And I created this version where you can have any which color you want. You can just apply it and create it, but there's actually no need for that. And Martin pointed out to me today, which makes sense. So I created this version now. So you have 4 dials where you can modify with any of these options, and then you have 6 colored dial, ready, set, made. Okay, so I want to put the green one here because this is what I'm using for my map and the color for the map. So I'm going to use the tool again, just slightly put it underneath the surface. There it is. It is lifting. Again, if you see this looks paper-ish. Can I zoom in? Can I not zoom in? It can't? Really? Oh, there it is. Perfect. So you can see it is completely matte. But it's vinyl. It's not paper. Perfectly cut. Right? Okay. Let's go back to there. And all I want to do is just, you know, again, align the 12 with the 12. Or whichever. You can put it any which way. You can basically whatever you want. But, you know, we're just trying to fit the norm here. And if it's not perfect, you can just move it like that and it makes more sense. And when I'm happy with it, which is not the best position to work in, as I said, I'm sitting in here now. When I'm happy, you just slightly touch and drop. And that's basically it. And then when you're putting it back on, you're there. As I said, I basically put this here and I just pinch it ever so slightly so it's not directly touching the wheel, just ever so slightly. Stick the Allen in there, twist it very little, and it's done. You do not put too much pressure. You do not need to put any pressure. Actually, it's really simple. There, twist it, done, and you're done. And now you have a wheel with the stickers. So this sticker is obviously, I mean, it's nothing important. It's a set wheel. It's a set sticker. Of course, it matches the same exact colors as the green and everything. But this is how I have set my wheel up. So this over here, it's just a switch for my engine map. So you can go like this is engine map 9, literally, and 1. But this one on here, this is the important bit. So you got brake balance, TC, TC2. You can create all these 12 positions. You can put anything you want. You got force feedback, you got volume, you got page. I don't even know, I'm not even using that, but you can have page for, let's say, your the dash, or you have camera, so you can use that one for changing camera views. Rear ARB, front ARB, anything. You can basically use this as you wish and create your own version. That's pretty much it. And that was basically the brand new sticker sheet, which will be, it will be most likely this. And there's a ton of options. Honestly, there's like, so anything in red, it has to do with brake bias and migration and all that. Blue is traction control. Green is engine, throttle, ERS. It's got everything. You guys can preview every single one in the Discord if you go now. If you're a member, this is shared in the members chat. So if you're a member, you can see this and preview and let me know what you think. You got ABS, and everything in black has to do with your actual setup. So force feedback for your PC, you know, display, menu, cameras, volume, chat volume, spotter volume, game volume, shakers, B-box, black box, fan if you've got a fan, whatever. You got everything. And of course you have all these colors to choose from. So there's orange, black and white, red, blue, green, and yellow. And of course, we got the official Ascher Racing seal, which is kind of like laser forged carbon, which is pretty cool. So, all right, I haven't seen the chat. Let me check the chat out. Jeff, stickers again because there's so many changes. Jeff, you don't care about stickers. I know that, but stickers are important. They're an important aspect of our lives. But no, I've been spending quite some time designing and redesigning them. I want to get them perfect. And the feedback is always welcome. And today I did a live demo and put the stickers on my wheel. I think I'm going to go with the glossy because the glossy stickers look way better as far as the dark colors are concerned. So now that I have the stickers, the matte stickers on my steering wheel, it's a hard no from my end. Let me change this because it's looking at my lap and you guys don't want to do that. Switch, go to wide view, and there's everything you need to know about my setup. I don't even know where I had it. Is it going to be a nightmare to get it back? I'll just leave it there. Tighten the camera. And hope it is going to be good. I don't even know if it's aligned. But now looking at it. It's almost aligned. You can see it's not. Yeah, the colors aren't nice. You can actually see a lot of the detail here. So I think I'll be going with the glossy. Look at the difference. I think the colors are like, look at compare the green and compare the greens. Glossy looks way better. Just in my eye. Maybe the camera doesn't show it. Yeah. You can stick it any which way you want. It'll stick. And you can also remove it then after a while. So all good. All good. Alright, let's go through the chat just a bit. See what's going on. What is the deal? Christian Shakur. Hey, asked today in Discord because I can't change the value plus minus. Any idea what I can do? Sorry, won't be annoying. Best wishes from Vienna. No, Christian, you're not annoying. Let's look at your issue. So what happens is, let me go back here. When you're in this mode, you will not see anything, okay? Because there's nothing to see here. But let me pull up a replay. This is a replay. Okay, it doesn't really matter what it is. And let me. Okay, so it's right there. But look at this. If I reset my dashboard, nothing will be there. Give it a few seconds for it to reboot. Or maybe I need to close SimHub. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, it's there. I need to close SimHub. Let me do that for you. Let me shut down SimHub and come back in. Give me a second. I just want to show you how it works. If you have any questions, of course, I'm going to answer them. And yeah, let's see, because I think your problem it's kind of a weird one. You've done everything. You say you've done everything, and it's still not working. So it is weird. Okay, so we've got SimHub. All right, so now let me pull up the replay. What I want to show you is this. So the replay starts. Go replay. Replay. Oh, there's a new thing here. All right, so this is the replay. It's the same one as before, but there's nothing here. Absolutely nothing. What I need to do is, first off, and just pay attention to the screen over here. If I turn the dial, which is a modifier, still nothing happens. Once I hit one of the buttons, so I've done the 3-9 here, 3 and 9. Once I hit it, it's not working. Really? Oh my god. Really? Really? Really, it just was working on the screen. Okay. Could this be? No, it was working just fine. No. I love it. Live demos. What am I doing wrong now? Seriously. Wait, actually nothing is working. Okay, sorry. Nothing is working right now. Okay, thank God. Nothing is working. which means there's something wrong. It's not that. Okay, at least I feel better. Nothing is working right now. It's not that. It's nothing. No controls are working. So, why do I do live demos? Why do I do live demos? All right, let's put this back in. Is it working now? USB device is not recognized. Really? Of course this would happen. Of course this would happen. It's not being recognized, literally, in SimHub. Alright, I need to close SimHub again. Not entirely sure what is going on. I haven't updated yet, so. Yeah, okay, laugh all you want. This is a live demo. I'm taking risks. Alright, let's see. I'm actually... No. It's not working. The steering wheel is not working. What the hell? I did have issues yesterday with the USB. I remember mentioning it as well to you guys, but this is... Okay. Wheel isn't turning on at all. Could this be? Yeah, I have to go game controller properties and everything. What the hell just happened? Device manager. Unknown USB port reset failed. Oh dear. It was literally working right before. I restarted SimHub and it stopped working. No, that's not it. This isn't good. Let me just get this off. USB is off as well. No, connector is good. Slides in like butter. And again, let's just plug the USB in here. I love it when a plan doesn't go together. See, I don't know what's wrong with this now. The steering wheel isn't even recognized. Thank you, demos. USB, no. I actually can. Let me reboot the PC. I actually can reboot because I'm streaming there. And that has nothing to do with my PC here. So let me reboot. Hopefully I won't destroy anything. Sound and everything is coming from... Yeah, I've not rebooted live before. There's mosquito. Oh man, fuck. Do you guys have mosquitoes? Have you guys gotten to the point where you have mosquitoes? Try to see if it works. Hey Dan, how you doing? So look, I'm gonna see if I can fix this anyway. But this ain't good. Okay. Let's log in. Let's see. Steering wheel is still off. Martin says, remove it from the base. Not touching the base. No, it's something else. It says USB device not recognized. The last USB device you connected to this computer malfunctioned and Windows does not recognize it. Of course it does not. No, it's not working. It was working. Nothing is working now. So what do I do? What do I do? Should I move the USB? Should I? Yeah. Unplugged everything. Actually, everything is unplugged now. All dashboards. Okay, and plugging this one in. Yeah, it was working fine. Never had an issue. Never whatsoever. Nah, I don't have a well, yeah, it's not much of a big. It's like 7 USB. It's on a hub. No, I have no idea what's going on right now. And now I can't work on it. Which kind of sucks because I did want to show how it works, but it stopped working. Yeah, that's not nice. Turn on the other USB. Yeah, I can try another wheel. But the USBs, everything is working. So USB is okay. But why would it draw power now? Why is this happening? Why? No idea why. That's not a problem. Alright, what do I do? Should I bring up another wheel and see if the USB works? Should I do that? No, this is definitely my PC, because I don't see, like, everything else is working, and the USB isn't working. Yeah. Christian, yeah. No, I mean, everyone has the same issues. I'm curious. Let me see something. If I put this here, it's not recognized at all, right? Nada. It's not even here. Device manager says unknown USB device. System design failed. Yeah. Okay. Let me try just a different wheel. Perfect. Okay, let's get the sim magic out. Let's see if it works. So it might be the USB, right? Might not be the USB, but we'll definitely find out. Come on. The 3 positions of the USB, as always. Try 1, 2, 3. Third time's a charm. Alright, so this, booting up, seems to be working just fine. Sim hub. Recognize? No. Okay, so SimHub does not recognize it. I'm assuming I can still use something. Let me turn this on. What could... No, it's not working. Okay, this is one hell of a time to get an issue like this. So this isn't working either. It's the USB. No, it's not working either. You can see the LEDs and everything, but it's the dashboard's not working. It is not responding. So this ain't working either. Okay, and it's also red. You guys can see it here as well. Although it's on, just imagine it says searching device. So it is the USB. Well, I guess thank God. Maybe. At least I know it's not the steering wheel. Alright. What can I do now? So, let me see if I can plug it in directly to the PC. I still need a powered, all the powered USB stuff was working. Alright, let me try to do some recabling back there and come back. No, the hub's working. Everything else is the dashboard, everything's working. It's just that. Well, I'll be right back. This is great. I removed everything. Don't think it's working. Yeah, I don't think it's working. I don't know what's wrong. What a time. What a time to get this thing. it's not working. Okay. No, it's not being recognized at all. You can see. Turn that off, turn that off. Everything is off. Turn that off. So the only thing that's actually connected is the Artura. And that's not working. Okay, this is nice. These are nice issues to have. Suddenly everything just stopped working. Great. Perfect. I've unplugged everything, so there's nothing plugged in. So it's a weird situation. Yeah, I've never had an issue. It just literally stopped working. Like in the beginning of the stream, I showed off. It was working, and now it's not working, and now I can't go back to the FAQ shit. Ah. Oh well. Yeah, I'm not too stressed about it. It's probably just a hub. Nothing else works either. So, but actually, so Martin, if it was a hub, if I were to plug in the steering wheel directly onto the PC, wouldn't it turn on? It didn't turn on before. Plugged it in directly, still didn't work. Huh. That might be a bit worrying. Oh God. Great. Okay. I'm afraid I can't do much now. Like, I really want to solve the issue with the steering wheel before go on to working. Of course, I don't actually need the steering wheel to work, but I do need the others, the other dashboards. But still, having it like that is kind of like, you know, no, it's not right. Yeah. Don't know what to do now. So I did have issues. I did have issues with the printed sim racing dashboard. Didn't work. Yeah, I don't know. This is 3.0. The hub is 3.0 and it's plugged into a 3.0 USB. But I do not know. No, I don't know. I don't know. I need to figure out what I'm going to do here. I can just go on and work on the dashboard and screw this, but I wanted to answer the question. Nah, I don't want to do that. I mean, I'll troubleshoot it tomorrow. Like, it's not such a big deal. If it's a new hub, I'll just get a new hub by next week. It's fine. But I will troubleshoot a bit later. So I think what I want to do is let me plug in the other dashboards and unplug the steering wheel, and answer a few questions that I can, and try and help Christian, because you're the one who asked the question and I've never answered it. So let me get back to you all. Let me go plug in everything. I'll leave the steering wheel off. I won't turn it on, and I'll try and troubleshoot everything. Maybe it'll come back. Maybe I'll reboot the computer once more. I don't know. But I'll just continue working on the dashboard. So let me get back to this. Let me fix it. I'll be right back. Well, I think we know what the issue is now. Everything's dead. Alright, I'm going to reboot the PC just in case. That's it. Otherwise, new USB incoming. USB hub. So no, Christian, I mean, so what I wanted to show you in a live demo, which triggered this, again, this is nothing to do with what we are doing right now. I had issues. Yesterday's stream, I also mentioned it. I tried to get the new dashboard I showed yesterday, the Sim Racing Addict, and it wouldn't work. And then I plugged in the printed Sim Racing curved dashboard. It didn't work, and it was plugged into USB, and it just never. It kept on failing, so it wasn't working. So I guess the USB hub was kind of trying to tell me that things are not right, and today it decided to fail completely. So it's fine. It's fine. It's a USB hub. But currently, like, nothing is working right now. I'm going to restart the computer. Like, everything, like, the dashboards, the simulator, everything goes on a gaming PC. So these are not working yet. Let me see. All right. Let's reboot. Hey, Kurt. How you doing? You're in the middle of a crisis. You just arrived in the best possible point in time. Everything crashed on my computer. Well, not everything. The USB hub, which controls everything. So let's see if let's see what happens. SimHub's gonna start. Will these work? That kind of sucks. Done it. It's not starting up. SimHub is running. That's not. Yeah. Nothing is being recognized at this point. Oh wait, no, sorry. Turning this on. It's working. They are working. It's just the Artura not working now. Okay. Alright, I mean... yeah, I'm kind of baffled. When was the last time I updated chipset drivers? Last time I updated them. That's when the last time was. Honestly, the last time I updated chipset drivers was when I installed everything on the computer. I don't touch that kind of stuff. Check this out. Check this out. You can't see it because I'm there. I just got... nothing is working. What the hell? Alright, I think everything's falling apart. Honestly. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be too much trouble now, Martin. It's gonna be too much trouble. I'm gonna troubleshoot this thing. Maybe after the stream, maybe tomorrow. Point is, I just want to get back to that. Christian, the question you asked was, it doesn't show up for you. And what you need to understand, and this is probably something you already did, I'm just repeating this thing. On your dash, when you're in a session, you need to turn the dial, or if it's still not showing up, you need to actually push one of those two buttons. The 3 or the 9. You have 3 and 9, you can have 4 and 10. You need to push those buttons, and it triggers it, it initializes it, and then it shows up. And then you can obviously turn this, and so forth. And that is for the entire session of SimHub. So while it's on, it will always remember it. That's the first time you do it. Then when you go, like if you reboot your dashboard, It will remember it and it will show up, but it will say init, so initialize. So init means you either need to turn the knob or you have to press a button for it to get the position that it's in. So you basically just go, back and forth and you're okay and it's all set. That's what you need to do. This is not the case today, because today we're in a shitstorm here. Something's not going right with my computer. The USB hub or the steering wheel, I don't know. I keep on doing the same thing, which is kind of stupid, because you can't expect a different result doing the same exact thing consistently. So yeah, Christian, you can join back into the Discord. Maybe we can find something there again with you. Maybe Martin can help, because I mean he is the person that knows more about this than anyone else. Is there a way for me, like, okay, let's see that, Martin. So if I go to Device Manager, is there a way for me to... Device Manager shows me this. Yeah, it is a PC. I mean, the same thing for the let me try the GT Neo as well. Let me just try it again in the same exact PC and the same exact USB. It's not going to work. It is not going to work. I'll plug it in right now. You guys can see it here. Come on, USB. Always the same thing. You have to try it 3 sides. The USB plug has 3 different sides. So I'm gonna get plugged in. Okay. And now if I have a replay, starting a replay, this doesn't do anything. Yeah, it's not controlling anything. Oh, wait a minute. No, that wouldn't be it. Could it be the control mapper? No, it's connected. No, that's connected. The bridge is connected. Ah, it's unplugged. Unplugged. It just says unplugged. Pedals are connected. Podium wheelbase is connected. Everything else that I own says unplugged in the control mapper. Controllers and events. No. Huh. Windows button. VJoy device, sim hub controller, remapper bridge, everything's okay there. It says okay, everything says okay. But wait, are we looking for let's say the SimMagic controller here? If we are, nothing else. It's just the VJoy, the Fanatec, sim hub controller, remapper bridge, and the load cell interface, which is my my pedals. Should I see it here? I love this wheel too. Should use it more. No, I can't use any wheel. Oh, damn it. This is the only thing I don't like. Yeah, SimMagic isn't let me plug in the Artura. Let me plug in your wheel. This L sucks. Well, so much for live demos. Is gone. It's gone. So I need to unplug things and test. Yeah, I need to do the troubleshooting stuff that I need to do, which I won't do it now. So let me just get back to what I was going to do anyway. Let me work on the lovely dashboard just a bit. I'm gonna add a few things, yeah, let me get back to work. It's fine. It's all good. It's just USB hubs probably crapped, so it's fine. All right. It's all good, guys. It is all good. We'll fix it. All right. So there was one thing that I want to work on. Where is it? The brake migration stuff. All right. Let me move over here. Brake migration. Let me pull up the dashboard so you all can see it. And the brake migration, we have it working. So it's one of the things that I said I won't do, but I actually ended up doing. Give me a replay with the brake migration so you guys can see it if you haven't seen it since yesterday. Not the GT3. What? Why do I have so many? I'm in the wrong game. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm going to do. If I suddenly stop streaming, it's that. It's not my fault. Okay? It's good. Know that I'm well, and it's just my, it's going to be my USB hub. All right, so this is what the brake migration looks like. So you see brake balance, and there's a MIG -3. So you have that value. When it's available, it's in there. And what I want to do is, I was told that brake migration exists in the LMDH cars and the W13. So the W13 uses a different property, and I want to add that property as well. So let me pull up a replay of the W13. And you can see W13 also has all the ERS stuff here and MGUK, whatever. But it also has, it also should have the brake migration, but it's a different property. So let me find that property. Let me find where I'm doing all this. Let me get my keyboard. And let me unplug the Artura. I don't want it on. So this is the brake migration in here. This is it. And what we want to do here is a return for this, or property is got a peak in there, not audio peak, peak brake bias. So this is on. We need to show the correct one. If this is true, show this one. Otherwise, show the other one. I'll put that there. And I need to put this up here. MiG-3. Alright, so now let's check it. So now, if I save it, it should show for the W13 as well. So break migration is 3. That's what I get. So I'm assuming this is going to be correct. Assumptions and assumptions. But I'm adding break migration in this area here. So this is something that may change. I've been told yesterday's stream and in Discord that break migration exists for iRacing in the W13 and the LMDH cars, right? So those cars don't have ABS either. So then another option, which I'm not going to do now because I don't want to break too many things, is instead of having ABS, replacing it with a red box for the migration. I'm not going to do that now though, because yeah, you can see brake migration changing. Oh, no. We have one more thing to do. One more thing to do. I did it yesterday for the brake migration. I need to do it here as well. So saving this, closing this window here, and going over to the alerts as well. So basically when you're changing brake migration, I want to show it. This is BMIG. Okay. So this LD changed. So what I want to do here is say var break mig equals this plus this. So now if break mig changes, it should give you an alert. So this is brake balance. Let's see, once the brake migration changes from 1, which is down here, it's in 1, this should go to true. It is 1, 2, it's true. Good. 'Tis working, and then it goes back to false. So what we're doing is we're just adding the two values, and if it's null or 1, it'll just give you one number. But any of these two change, because I don't know which one is actually available at this point in time. If any of those change, it becomes true. So good, we have this showing up. And what do we show? What value do we show? We do the same thing we did before. So instead of me writing everything again, let me go back and just grab everything. The value we show is this. And we shall be testing anyway. Good. And now we need to do this here as well. Good. And get this here and put it in the wide version as well, because you know we got two versions. We got a lot of stuff in this loaded dashboard. If I save now, when we change the brake migration, we should see it here as well. Brake mig is 2. That's 1 now. Let's see. Will it go to 2 and 3 and everything else? 2. Good. Alright. We got brake migration in the dashboard. Brand new feature. Unexpected. I'll say that. And let's try a replay with the GTP. Of course, I don't know if this was, if in this replay anyone was testing the migration. So I don't know if we'll see it changing at all. Brake balance and migration. Maybe it changes fast. Nope, whoever was driving wasn't playing around with those. Absolutely nothing. Mosquitoes. No. But we do have the information, which is good. But I don't have it as a test. Alright. Brake migration. It's in the house. You think it's a virus? All right, I'm gonna do done and close. This is a rough night. Okay, Martin has replied to you, Christian. I don't know if you saw it in Discord. Maybe that'll help with troubleshooting. All right, let's see. Do we want? No, I want to troubleshoot my PC now. Yeah, I'm stupid. I know. I am stupid. All right. Do we have any bug reports? Okay, we do have our bug report. Actually, it's not a bug report. May 19, someone said not working properly. Ignition off equals when in settings file. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Okay. On previous screen, okay, I fixed this. This has been fixed. What is this? Let's read this. Not working properly if ignition off is turned on. In settings file. And go to setup screening game. That's actually not supposed to work. If ignition... Yeah, that's how it's supposed to work. So, games that give us the information on where they're running. So if we're in the settings menu, then I remove the ignition off screen, because when you're in a settings menu, you might want to look at your dashboard at that point. So this is actually done, and I'm closing it. I haven't seen one of these in a while. Guess what? iRacing estimated lap incorrect. Guess what? It's always going to be incorrect. I think people have the expectation to see the in-game estimated lap times, sector times, gaps in the dashboard. It's hard to do that. It's hard. It's not impossible, but I, love your dashboard, rely on SimHub, okay? And there are many different ways to do this, but any time that I've seen someone relying on a third-party plugin, unless it's your own plugin, and you know what's going on, you will have issues, right? If you don't control the source of the data. So, relying on SimHub is the most reliable way to do this. Like, if SimHub decides not to update, then we're all screwed anyway, right? But Gary Swallow's plugin, I remember using that for the pit wall. It had some issues, like there was an update in SimHub. It was really bad performance, and it screwed up my pit wall. And I had to redevelop the entire thing because I couldn't rely on it. And Gary Swallow himself said, I don't have time to do it. that's it. I used to have time. Now I don't. I can't. There's no more support for that. I was reading somewhere, someone said like Romain Rob's plugin has the best information. Yes, I'm using it. It's in there. And I have iRating, estimation, and incidence. The only two things I have from Romain Rob's plugin. I'm not using anything else. And then I was reading on someone else's Discord. Actually, it was in mine. Someone replied to someone else. It wasn't my chat, but I was reading up on it. And they said, you know, Romain Robs doesn't have time to update the plugin, blah, blah. So it's not a bad thing. It's how it works. When people are putting in their own time, eventually they might not have time to continue developing it. So I can't rely on that. So if someone says, first off, okay, if someone says, you know, Race Labs has great information, X app has better information. Yes, they're not using SimHub, so they have different sources. They might be getting it straight from the game, or what do they call the streaming data? It's a different thing. We are using SimHub, so we're getting data from SimHub, and getting it from plugins, third-party plugins, which I'm not like. If there was a plugin that I could pay for, and I know that there will be support, fine, but there isn't until now. So when I say until now, I'm actually joking. The idea is that I will create the plugin for the lovely dashboard. Initially, it'll just be for the settings file and getting everything up and running for memberships, you know, having the pit wall controlled by it, and basically just rounding off the feature sets using the plugin. But yes, eventually the plugin will, if I'm the one that's controlling it, if I can control it, the plugin will try and deliver better information. So anytime I see a note like this saying iRacing estimated lap is off, okay, it's off. You know what? That's not the only one that's off. I was reading a really nice article, I posted in my Discord as well, that says this simple thing. Lewis Hamilton was given he was given a penalty, don't remember how much it was, for speeding in the pit lane. His actual speed was, I think it was 74 kilometers an hour, and the limit was 60. I don't remember exactly, but it was quite a big number, and he was speeding in the speed limit in the pit limit. He was speeding in the pit lane, and the top speed was like 20 kilometers, 20 kph over the limit, right? Because he forgot to engage, or he hit the button twice, or whatever. It happens to me as well. So Lewis, I mean, it happens to the best of us. Don't worry about it. The actual speed that he was over was like 17 kilometers over the limit. The FIA issued the statement for the penalty, and it was only 11 kilometers. So there was a 6 kilometer kph difference. Why? Why? Because 17 was the peak difference, but the FIA doesn't count that. The FIA counts your average over a certain distance in the pit lane. They have different ways of calculating. They calculate them differently. So the actual statement and penalty was based off of their method of calculating the speed in the pit lane. So where am I going with this? What I'm saying is every game has different ways to calculate the data. If the game does not give us the gap, we need to calculate it. And most notably, ACC has the updated relatives in-game. In-game, this is the actual game. Watch it. Go to someone that's racing at the Nürburgring on the Nordschleife in ACC and look at the relatives, the standings or whatever. They update every sector. It's not that ACC cannot deliver it. They don't want to. I think the reply was, it's more realistic. It's how it is in real life. So once you cross the sector, that's when the leaderboard updates. And that's what they have in the game. And that's the data that we get as well, because that's what they're giving. I can't do anything about that. It's not up to me. Then, other cases, you have estimated lap times. Someone's like, the estimated lap time is far off from the game. Fine. Tell the game developer to give us the estimated lap time they have. We don't have that. And when I say we, I mean Nicolas from SimHub. He doesn't have it. So what he's doing is creating his microsectors and trying to estimate the gaps and trying to estimate the predicted lap time. He's doing calculations in SimHub to do the job that game developers don't want to do. Sorry, game developers are rightfully, they don't want to share that information. It's not like they don't do it. They do it. It's just that they don't want to share that information for whatever reason. And SimHub has to calculate it. And we rely on that. And then we have people like Derek Moeller, which we're working on together on the plugin for the Lovely Dashboard. And he's done his own version of this. And he says that it's a lot closer, pay attention, a lot closer to ACC, right? A lot closer. It's not perfect. And it will never be perfect unless the game gives us that information. So every single time I see something like this, iRacing estimated lap time is incorrect. Fine. What am I supposed to do? Like, when I'm using the dashboard, it actually, for me, it works fine. Now, we had some issues in the past where multi-driver events, you switched over the driver, and this is something understandable, and we fixed this. What happened was, I was in the car, I set the fastest lap, let's say 1 minute flat, right? And then you jump in the car and you're doing, it starts raining. So because I, Constantinos, had the fastest lap, you jump in and it will never show you an estimated lap because you don't have the fastest lap. Someone else did. So either you need to do a faster lap than I did for that to take effect and show you estimated gaps and whatnot, or you'll never see it. And this was especially really hard. Like in short races, it doesn't really matter. Single drive races, again, doesn't really matter. Who cares? But in multi-driver races, and with conditions varying, it does make sense. It actually was painful to see as well. I did like 2 stints in the Nordschleife, the 24-hour Nordschleife, and it was the first stint. My first stint was broken. Second stint, I made a change to the dashboard and it was working and it made sense. But then I went back to Nikolai and SimHub and said, you know what, this isn't working. We need to figure out. And we basically went back to the drawing board. He did all the work, obviously, because it's his app. But we were discussing on how and what we can do to, what data do we have and how we can use it. And we figured out an algorithm to calculate the estimated lap time, the predicted lap time, based on information that SimHub already has in its history. And now it works. But again, it's not perfect because we don't have the official data. We're calculating all of this. We're projecting it, right? And this will always be the same thing. It's like teams looking at a pit wall and trying to project the lap times of their car and other cars. It's not like life. The real thing is not absolute, and it's really hard to predict these things. But anyway, this is not a rant. You're rightfully asking for these things because it's a game and you expect this to be perfect, but it's not. And we're not living in a perfect world like that. So it will always be, it will always have these differences. So unless the game developers share the information, we don't have that. We do not have that. And it will always be like that until they change. It's not something we can do. So this ticket over here, iRacing estimated lap is incorrect. It's nothing I can do. It's the closest it can be. It works in multi-driver races. It is what it is. It is what it is until we find a better way. I mean, maybe Derek can come up with. Well, he already has a plugin that does this, but maybe he can figure out a better way, and we can integrate it into the lovely dashboard plugin, and then we don't need anything else, and it will be the best ever. But until that happens, we rely on SimHub data. That's all I can say about that. Life is like a box of chocolates. I know it's been okay. Yeah. This has been fixed. Good. All right. So we don't have any bugs. We just have this, which is not a bug. Yeah. I don't know. Like I always try and answer, like, how can I answer this and still remain polite and give an informed answer, right? So it's been discussed many times. There's not much I can do. That's all I can say about this one. It will be fixed one day, someday. Will be fixed, hopefully. All right. So next thing I will be doing is touching on a very important issue, which is the true dark mode. So I've been working with what's his name, Carol Dude. That's his nickname. I don't know the real name because everyone has their own nicknames, and I don't know the actual Nico. Is it Nico? I don't know all the like. If you don't tell me your real name, I'll just call you by your nickname. Anyway, Carol Dude is the guy that's programming stuff for Daniel Newman, and we've had this on and off discussion about the true dark mode, when it works, when it doesn't. There's some there's not some, there's plenty of misinformation in a post that Daniel put on his Discord saying that you know, ACC, iRacing, AMS, and RF Factor 2 have information for lights. They don't. The only games that we have information for lights are ACC and AMS2. iRacing doesn't have lights, at least that, and LMU and RF2 have information for lights, but they don't work because when you turn them on, you turn the flasher on, they just blink on and off. Which means that if I were to use that property, then the dashboard would go true dark mode on and off. It would blink orange, white, and that's not what I'm going to do. There might be a way to put like a timer and a delay, but I mean, Carol Dude as well tried, and it says there's an issue. And I know for sure that it doesn't, like, Simho doesn't work like that, so I'm not even trying right now. Maybe later. But here's the issue that we landed on. AMS2, we can do it automatically. So if you choose to put in a settings file for the Lovely dashboard, you know, true dark mode native to 1, if you turn that to true, basically, it means that every time you turn on your lights on your car, you will go into true dark mode. Now this is true for AMS2. So if you're in AMS2 and you turn on your lights, turning on the lights will trigger true dark mode. And if you're using Daniel Newman profiles, which you should be, your steering wheel will also turn the same exact color to whatever you have set in the Lovely dashboard, which is great, right? So if you have it orange, you turn on lights in AMS2, everything turns orange. Perfect. Now, the next thing, ACC. So for ACC, we have, for the better part of cars, we have 2 light stages. Light stage 1, which is just, you know, daylight driving, and light stage 2, which is the high beams. For the better part of whatever true dark mode I've had made, which is back in October, when was it? I don't even remember when. Light stage 1 would take you to dark mode, night mode, which basically dims the dashboard a bit, and then true dark mode would trigger on the high beams. Now this would happen automatically if you had chosen to do so. The problem is, in ACC, not all cars have 2 light stages. So cars that do endurance races have 2 light stages, but there's a series of cars, I think it's 28 cars, do not have a second light stage, which means those cars cannot trigger true dark mode automatically, because ACC, the dashboard is expecting the second light stage for ACC to trigger it and turn on true dark mode. But that's not happening because these cars don't have second light stage. Now, one thing that I could have done, and I didn't because I don't have the time, is go through every single car and see which car has a first and second light stage and create all that. I couldn't do that. I didn't have time to do that. So the change that we did was, you're in ACC, you turn on your lights, you go to true dark mode, right? So it's automatic. Of course, everything that we just said right now gets negated with the shortcut, with the hotkey. So if you have a hotkey assigned to your steering wheel, it doesn't matter if you have native or not on, if you have lights or not, you hit that button, everything turns to true dark mode. So it basically overrides everything, right? Any game and anything. But we still wanted to improve the whole experience with the native version of the true dark mode. And Carol Dude sent me this morning, very kind of him, he basically mapped all of the cars that have single light stage. So all 28 cars with their IDs, he has given me the array of all the car names that have a single light stage, which means now I can use that and put it in my code. And what will happen now is, when you have true dark mode native turned on, if the car has 2 light stages, you will have night mode and then true dark mode automatically. But if a car has only 1 stage, hitting the lights will take it to true dark mode. So there now we will be able to have a distinction between these 2 different cars. And we won't, like, the experience will be way better. And this is what I want to do. I know it's a very huge prologue, on this situation, but it is a very, it's a matter that just needs discussion. It's something that, you know, like the True Dark mode was something I was working on for like a couple of months before I even started talking to anyone about it, because it was a big, massive change in the dashboard. And I personally think it's great. I love it. Personally, I think it's one of the best features of the Love dashboard. And it also opens up a whole new window, a world of things that can change, which will come slowly. You'll see. You already saw it, like the Tony Kanon edition is based off of that theming system. So it's the same exact dashboard, same widget, same everything, but it's got a lot more. You can change its theme basically, and you can see it like in the colors, in images and settings. So it's based off of that, and that for me it's great. It gives more options. In the future we'll have even more options. You'll be able to change, but not yet. But it just opens up a whole world of possibilities, what we can do. So, you know, it's not just the colors that it's changing, it's also how it's working. Alright, so let's let me get this thing rolling. Let me try and add the script to control True Dark mode in single cars. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to go into the dashboard. I'm going to go into my scripts folder, and somewhere in the end, get version analytics. I got a thing here that says True Dark mode. Okay, and this is basically the function that does a True Dark mode, and there's one for night mode. So I need to work on these. So in True Dark mode, well, first of all, True Dark mode does not work for pit wall, flags, sponsors, tower, and overlay. So if you're using any of these will not have a True Dark mode. True Dark mode works only in the dashboards. It even works in the companion, if you want to know. So that's it. So if you're using any of these dashboards, it will basically skip the entire True Dark mode. They don't change colors, especially the pit wall. Pit wall would kill it, honestly. Hey, Dow, you're Derek. Yeah, hello. Holiday weekend means I could join 2 days in a row. Yay! We should, tomorrow is Friday. Derek, we talk tomorrow, okay? We'll get on a call every Friday. Let's do this. But I don't want to waste too much of your time, honestly. I just need to find time to work on it. Christian says he uses purple for True Dark mode. Yes, purple is pretty good. Purple is also really good for your eyes. The best mode is blue, has no red, no red color. So blue is really good. It kind of reduces, well, it reduces the amount of melatonin, and it helps you stay awake and alert. But honestly, if you're tired and sleepy, there ain't no color that's gonna keep me awake. And Tony Duty, hi Sim, have some great racing. Thank you, man. I'm not racing. I'm gonna quit racing. I'm gonna have a rig just to code in. No racing for me. All right, let's look at the code again. Let's continue. So if in your settings file True Dark mode is turned off, then nothing happens. Otherwise, we take a look and see if it's native or not. So if you have True Dark mode native turned on, we go in here. If we don't, we just rely on the variable, which variable is triggered by the hotkey. Now, if you do have True Dark mode turned on, and it is native, if native is turned on, then we do two things. We check to see if you're an Automobilista. If you're in Automobilista, we get all these little fancy things here and return true or false depending if AMS lights has been triggered or True Dark mode through the hotkey is triggered. Which means that if you turn it on the car, it will be on, but if you have it on with the hotkey, it will be overridden. So it's true. Done with that. And else, and this is for ACC, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to leave the else for something else, and I'm going to add the ACC. Because here, maybe I can leave it. Maybe I don't need to do this. This is something I need to change. Yeah, this is the part that I'm going to change. Actually, default for ACC will be the default for all games. And if this doesn't exist, then it won't work, which is good. But I'm thinking I'm not actually comfortable with this. I think I'm going to create an else for ACC, and this will be for everything else. Okay. And here I will put else if ld get sim equals ACC. So if it's ACC, this is where we're gonna work. All right. Okay. And for every other game, we'll just check for it. If light stage is greater than 0, turn it on. Otherwise, use the variable. And we're going to test it as well today, so. Yes, no racing, program rating. That's pretty much it. So, let me also get this. I am not going to put the list of cars here. I have this. Set up car classes. And I'm going to put it here. So this is the array that the professor, or better known, or well, actually Carol Dude, aka the professor, has put together. These are all the IDs of the cars in ACC that support this. So ACC single light stage. Actually, let me just use what he has. Yeah, let's respect the naming. So ACC car list single light stage. And these are all the cars. Good. Save. Now this should be available in this script as well. Because it's running, it should be available. And this is the function. What I always do is just do something here and just drop it in just to test. Include that. It's false. And do I have any of these cars? Do I have like a KTM Expo here? I don't think I have any of those. Come on, ACC, turn on. What car should be I looking for? GT2 cars. 296 GT3. 296 GT3 is not a single stage. Let me see something. There's a problem with this list. These are not single light stage cars. The Ferrari 296 GT3 has 2 light stages. That is weird. Yeah, I'm not sure about this list. I'm not absolutely sure about this list, to be honest. I know for a fact the 296 GT3 has 2 light stages. So this may not be... Yeah. So I understand, like, a few of these cars. I'm going to test it. So okay, so I'm going to assume that this list is correct. All right. So what we want to do here is grab this, because ultimately this is what will give us the light stages. And I'll just do ACC TDM on. I don't even know. I don't know if I'll change this or not. And what this will be is actually, hey Federico, how you doing, man? It's I know it now, so it's fine. It's fine. Federico, guys, if you don't already understand, if you don't realize the name Campi, it's Federico Campi of Grey Wolf Technologies, maker of the GWT-01, a wheel that will blow our mind. Hopefully, I will have mine next week. And I'll put it on stream as well so you guys can see it. Alright, I need to clear my head. So James, some cars have 2 sight stages, others have 1. The point being is having a list of the ones that have only 1 light stage. If it's not 1 light stage, then it's 2. It's fine. So we're interested in the ones that only have 1 light stage. Which cars only have 1 light stage? And the Ferrari 296 GT3 has light stage 1, but it also has 2. So the list should be just the cars that only have 1 light stage. Alright, so what are we doing here? So we're saying if that list of cars includes the current car ID. This is ACC only, so it's fine. We don't need to worry about any other one. And this is the true dark mode, it is on. So if that car list is contained in here, then true dark mode is on. So ACC TDM on equals true. Else, this is wrong what I'm doing now, but I'll fix it. Yes, James, we need to figure out which one, when you're driving it, which variant that is. Because this list only gives me the car ID for Ferrari 296 GT3. It doesn't say if it's the Enduro variant or not. So I don't know. Like, this list says Ferrari 296 GT3 is single light. But we know for a fact that it's not, if it's not that variant. So there should be something. All right, I'm going to assume that this car is, if it's correct. let me use a different variable here. So this will let me know if the car is single light stage or not, just by checking that list in the car ID. Now, if I do know, so if it's light stage on, so I probably won't need to do that. If it's greater than 0, okay, this is what I'll do. So if it has one light stage, then we do that. If it's not single light stage, then it's got to be over 1. That kind of sucks. Is there any chance... Oh, shit. How can we see the variant of Enduro? Okay, guys. This is the code. Let's review the code just one quick timey. The only reason, and this is commented out, which is for the rFactor2 LMU, and I'm not using this because it basically makes it flash on and off. Let's see if we can get the professor on stream. Let's see if he'll join. We're chatting on him on Discord right now. He's tested every single car, yes, but not all cars are made equal. Ooh, that sounds weird. Alright, let me get rid of this. Save. But now I don't care about the hotkey. So the hotkey's not working because my steering wheel's not working. Let me test it again. You know? You never know. After a while, it's not working. It is not working. I don't know. Oh, crap. I got everything. I got my steering wheel not working. Okay. Save. So in the code, if True Dark Mode is activated, if you're using True Dark Mode native, Automobilista, we would have that. And if it's ACC, then we check to see if the car is in the list, the array. Hey, there it is, the professor. Welcome to the stream, man. So I'm implementing some of the. So thank you very much for creating that list. Obviously, it goes without saying that is valuable information. The problem that I have, and you can read up in the chat as well, is that I know for a fact that the Ferrari 296 GT3 has 2 light stages. I know that. And it's in the list as 1 light stage. So, as I'm told, I don't do endurance races, and I know that Jeff says that if it depends on the livery as well. So all cars can have both versions, which makes our list kind of moot. If all cars can be either, or like some cars will definitely be 1 light stage, but if the Ferrari 296 can be both, then it's not providing us the experience that we're looking for. Okay, this list is great, but we'd have to look into it a bit. Maybe we can find out how to determine the difference between an Enduro livery or not. And I'm going to go into the game now and start playing around. But what I'm doing here in the script first off is checking to see if this car we're in is in the list. If it is in the list, which means it's a single light stage car, then we look for the light stage that's greater than 0. So if it's 1 and over, we turn it on, or it gets overridden by the variable, which is from the hotkey. Otherwise, if it's not in the list, then we look for light stage that's greater than 1. Not equal, greater than 1. So 2 and above. So this code should work. Let me move it to the side. Not in quit racing. No, I didn't quit racing. I just don't have time for racing. Unfortunately. For better or for worse. Maybe it's for better. I do, and I will continue racing, maybe off stream. Maybe I will do like maybe once per week, but honestly this week it's just been so busy with stickers and the store and the new merch that's coming. Well, new merch, it's basically the same merch, different vendor, different provider, different stuff I need to test. Work isn't any less, so I got a lot of work to do in my daytime job. Yeah, I outlined everything that I'm working on my stream yesterday. Yes, Professor Carol. So I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna actually test it now and see. Maybe there's a property that lets us know. So according to Jeff above and James, same car can have both enduro variant and short race variant. So if it's the enduro variant, then it has 2 light stages. If it's not, then it's not. Which one's the gaming PC? I want to turn off the volume. Okay, so no volume. Or maybe just a little in the background. But not really loud. Alright, single player. So let's do... so this is the 296. Doesn't matter if it's the Enduro variant or not. I'm gonna basically turn... How do I turn on the lights now if the steering wheel's not working? Oh, damn. I'll have to do it manually. Nothing is working, right? How can I possibly get things done now? Does anyone know how I can call the menu here? Nico, okay, good. Nico, I saw that in your Discord, but I wasn't sure. Does anyone know how I can trigger the menu in ACC without having all the buttons? Because my USB hub has crashed and I can't. This is so ridiculous. How's my keyboard's functions? It's working. But which one? Which one? Which function key? Controls. Don't make me do this. Okay, lights. Enable flasher cycle light stages. L. I need to turn the car on first. So we got ignition, shift L and S for starter. And then L. Shift L and S. Shift L. No, it's flashing the lights. Shift I? Ah, okay. Shift I. This is awesome. And S. We are on. And now, lights. So, as you can see, Nico, right? Let me switch over here. So everything started now. I'm using the keyboard, which is pretty awesome. So this is the 296, which is in your list, but I can turn on lights, and you can see it goes in, because it's in the list. The code that I've written is working. So it's in the list, and it's going in there. But you can also see, if I hit it once more, there is a second light stage. Off, on. So I'm happy that my code works, but it shouldn't be in there. So what I'm going to do is come back here. I'm going to remove the Ferrari as a test, because I still need to test my code. Not going to have the Ferrari 296 in here. Let me rebuild the dashboard and see now if it goes into true dark mode. So light stage 1 dims, 2 goes in. So my code works, which is good. We just need to figure out what happens in SimHub in the properties. Show game specific. So car class is GT3. Do I have anything? 296, 2023. Do we have anything here that would state that it is a variant of Enduro? Really gonna see car skin. What the hell is that? Car model. Everything else is 0. Normalized car position. Whatever. Car count. Oh, Jeff. Oh, Jeff. So let me change the car just for the lulz. Confirm this. Let me change it. Let me change the livery. Where do I change it? I need to figure that out. So go here and select the normal 296. Add this and sponsor nationality. I can't see everything here. I need to switch over to my gameplay. So that's not there. Trim, glossy. Aux lights. Are the aux lights? Base, accent? No. Where do you do the, maybe it's not here. Jeff, I know the keyboard does more than Alt F4. It also does Enter. Can I change the, where the variants, man? Not design. Not the banner. Nationality cup. What else? What is this? There's a colors, base, and accent. So it does have 2 light stages. Where can I? For me, it has 1 light stage. Could it be depending on which team? Oh, okay. Yeah, Willie lost. So which team? Let's do the Ferrari, because we know the Ferrari has 2 light stages. Anyone know?
New Ko-fi subscription from Mike Merv.
Yay! Okay, confirm. So AF course, just to see. Okay. Okay. Again, it is Shift I to turn everything on. S go on, and then lights has 1. Yes. So this has 1 light stage now. Perfect. How do we know that? Car ID is the same. What else is changing here? Not damage. Car ID is the same. Car model is the same. You can see the 1996, 2023. Same exact thing. Fuel alert enabled. Max fuel, max gear. Red line, red line, red line. Spotter car left. Car left, car distance, car right. I need to find something in here. Skin, num cars. There's nothing. There is nothing I can use. Even light obviously won't have anything. Light stages 1 never goes to 2. Ignore the iRacing stuff. Oh, this is, yeah. So the best we could do, oh man, this is, so the best we can do is basically just guess what car. Like, I have the 296, do I want to have it like that? Beside the car number. No, there's nowhere here. Nothing here. Nothing in the data in SimHub. Maybe in real life, the colors and classes and all that, yes, but in here, we don't. Like, this is the car ID and car model. Yeah, we figured that one out, though. But I want to look into the data. Like, I don't... like, in ACC, it doesn't really matter if it says it in the car. Maybe you mean for, yeah, I love this car. Really fun to drive. But it doesn't mean, so you can see that it actually does not have lights. Even here, if I go lights, it'll go DRL, low, off. Which, if I go to mine has the little lights here. DRL on 2. How do we make this distinction? Oh, you mean the E? Yeah, fine. No, actually this has 2 light stages. So this E has 2 light stages. 2 light stages, these don't. This has 2 light stages, these don't. But how? Alright, so let's see. Player name, player surname. Okay. Shift I. S. And let's look at the data. So what we're looking is... Player name. Louis. Like, how can that even be, though? Wait a minute. Wait a second. So, if I choose my car, it's gonna have someone like how could we even use that name? Wait, now I'm confused. So I'm gonna load up my car. It's not gonna work like that. No, it's got my name. So Nico, you can't actually, because if you're using a default skin, you can, but otherwise it's got the player name. Anyone who has his own theme livery will, yeah, it's not going to work like that. How do we get that? Well, I'm pretty sure we know we can find what cars have absolutely one light stage and then have an in-between with one or two light stage. Player nickname is mine. These cannot be relied on. So if now it's got my name, my player name, my nickname, and surname. Now if I'm using a car that belongs to someone else, it will have their name, but that's not something that, you know, anyone who's actually doing any racing and stuff, it won't be using that. So it's not, we can't rely on that, basically. If only there was a way to know if this was like an endurance edition, endurance version. That was a really good attempt here, but I don't think it's going to work. So the thing is, we can either leave it like this and include any car that can be 1 or 2, and just say, if it can be 1 or 2, we're going to take it for 1. Only have a list of the ones that definitely have 1, and take a risk for the rest. I mean, skin, it says skin. There's nothing. With an E in the values. Wish there were. Control mapper data core. E. Car class GT3. Car ID, car model. Current gear red line. Fuel alert active, fuel alert enabled, max fuel, max gear, red line, display. Clutch completed laps. All this information. Engine map, engine started, engine torque. Not supported. Oh god, my eyes. They've dried out. My eyes are dried out. I can't even cry anymore. Fuel, fuel gear, acceleration. Come on. Anything. Anything that can give us a hint. Come on. Feel me. Push to pass active, really? An ACC? Is that exists? I didn't even know. Road temperature, RPMs. Session type name. I'll stop developing the dashboard and just do stickers from now on. That's it. There's nothing that lets us know this is the endurance variant. I need to update my sim hub, which I haven't. Alright, okay, I think this is concluding. We don't have this information. 1, 2. 1 light stage, 2 light stage. So what do we do with this? I really, really, really want to use this. But now, for instance, now that I put the, actually, let me restart the dash. Let me rebuild it. Now that I have the 296 in the array going on, turning lights will go directly to true dark mode. Because this car specifically is in the list of single light stage. I see in the JSON file of the car. Fine. But I don't think we're able to do that, like, reliably. Okay, let me see one thing. Let me check one thing. So this is in documents, right? Assetto Corsa Competizione, and I'm assuming it's customs and liveries. All I can assume. Huh. Lovely Ferrari. That's the old one. LSR 296 base livery. Go into not there. Yeah, I know, Nico, it is annoying, but that's the story of my life. Where do I find the cars, Jason? Where do I find the cars? Oh, in cars. Okay, sorry. Alright. So this is the cars JSON. Endurance kit 1. So the problem is, how do I know what file is being used? I don't. Like, I don't know where to find this livery because of the car. This would be good if we did have it. Same thing though for everything else as well, like the other cars, the default cars. We don't have this. Team Quadrant fans. I'd love to be able to do this. But I don't think we can. Reliably, you know? Yeah, Jeff, I found that one. I found that one. And okay, that's it. But I don't know how the dashboard will know, like, this car, its livery. Go find the JSON file. Can it? Like, where do we get that, right? You'd think it might have like a property called livery. Well, you're wrong. Custom. Nada. There's nothing. What are we listening to? No regrets. Fine, I'll take it. And I still have an issue with my steering wheel and my USB hub. Oh, the joy. Alright, let's go see. What's the packet ID? Yeah, what about packet ID? I'm assuming this is just a graphics thing. Yep. No, the packet ID has... yeah, it's a data thing. You can see here, it just, I'm not even doing anything, it's changing. It's nothing to do with that. No. I'm going to assume this is going to be one of those witch hunts. And we won't be able to actually find something reliably here. If it's team, iRacing properties. So iRacing properties from Romain Rob has all this information. Obviously, nothing here. The only thing we have for car is GT3 class, coordinates, car damage, car ID, and car model. But the car ID and car model is the same no matter the endurance kit. Yeah. We could do something as complicated as... we could have something as complicated as... It triggers, in ACC, it triggers on light stage 1, true dark mode, right? And it's there, it's fine. So it triggers in light stage 1, it triggers. But if the car has a second light stage, which is this one, it grabs it, so now it knows it has a second light stage, and when you cycle it, it remembers that there's a second light stage, so it will not trigger again on 1, only when it gets to 2. Now if you're in a car that only has 1 light stage in ACC, it will trigger on the first light stage, and then if you hit it again, it will just turn off. So it'll never increment to number 2. It'll go from 0, 1, and 0 again. If it does have 2 light stages, the first time you turn it on, it'll go 0, 1, 2, 0, and it expects to go to 2 because 2 is the maximum. That's one thing we could do. But I just think that gets a lot more complicated. So one thing we can do is, yes, leave it as is, which means that... Okay, which car... Wait a minute. Nico, if you're on a stream, which car isn't in the list? What did I do? I'm running out of time now. So which car isn't true darker mode? Let's do true darker mode. So what car is not in the list? Do you know, Nico? Maybe we can. I just want to see one car that's not in the list. What should I look for? I can see everything that I know. Is the Mustang? Cause everyone's running Mustang. Mustang. Where is the Mustang? Oh, the Mustang is... I noticed this before. Maybe there's an update. I noticed that the Mustang is only available when you're going on an online race. Is this true? That's what I realized. Ooh, shit, I locked my computer. Do you remember any car that isn't in a list? Is the Lexus? Yeah, where do I have to go? Where do I find the Mustang here? Where is it? Where's the Mustang? Is it in the Continental? I have no idea. I honestly don't have any idea. Where is it? You can tell I haven't driven. Where is it? Anyone know? 2022? I literally do not have an idea. No clue. GT Open Series. Is a Stang 2 light stages? Okay, don't make fun of me, please. The Open Series is behind my DDU, and I never saw that. Sorry. Yeah, 2 light stages, and it's not in the list, so it's working as the creator intended. Dark. So these cars have both. Good. Porsche 992 is not on the list. I'm actually really tired now. See? So Nico, this is not going to work. So just an example, the Porsche 992 GT3R is not in the list, as you said, but here it is, a version of it that just has 1 light stage. So it should be in the list. To go to the endurance mode, lo and behold, high, low, high, and low. Go this one, only low, no high. So that list really isn't going to make a big difference. I like the idea, but we really cannot know. Ah, what a way to spend an evening. Alright, that's not going to help. It's not going to work. And my steering wheel doesn't work now. Oh, crap. I think that's it. I can't do much more. So Nico, just to clarify, I have implemented the list as you gave it to me with the intention that you gave it to me. So I'm looking for the list. If I find the car in the list, I trigger on light stage 1. If it's not on the list, I go for number 2. Christian, tomorrow will be better. No, tomorrow will be the same thing. I need to get a new USB powered hub, and I also haven't solved the issue here. Tomorrow's another day, I know. Oh, Jesus. 4-day weekend. Oh. Oh, dear. Okay, so, oh, this is crap. We didn't do much. We did do the brig migration stuff for the W13 and the LMDH cars, which is good. That was my pleasure, as always. Yeah, okay. Let's switch over to the supporters and give a really big shout out to the gold members: Anthony Hall, Augustin Martin, Alex Lucci, Brandon Honel, John Hart, Claudio Farfara, Cody Fowers, Corey Wise, Dan Westerman, Daniel Newman, David Beam, Enrique Castillo, Brian Spiracus, Graham Baptiste Wright, Jeff King, Iñaki Duranona. Did you notice how I said Jeff King? Jeff King with a 4-day weekend. Iñaki Duranona, Alan Suzanne, Jason Rivera. Nice to see you on the stream. Jens Bauer, Jared Davis, Stefan Malfier, Kieran Lowe, Chris Orleans, Marianne Christel, Michael Paliero, Mark Long, Patty Falconer, Brad Jackson, Robert Robles, Rito Brulman, Juan Rodriguez, Sean Reed, Simon Tunin, Heiko Batts, Steve A71, Josh Fulton, Tobias Hoth, William Martin, Mark Worthington, and Mark Gale. Thank you for going over and beyond and becoming gold lovely members. And that is my stream for tonight. For what it's worth, we tried. Still, we have issues. Nico, you can ping me in Discord. Maybe tomorrow we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Maybe we don't do this. Maybe we do something else. I like the idea of having a single array for this information, but obviously it's not going to work. We need to align anyway. Do the same thing. So both the DNR LED profiles and the dashboard work on the same level. So that's something we need to do. Yeah, we'll take a look at it tomorrow. All right, thank you very much for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed whatever this stream was, which wasn't racing. It was more like developing and asking and talking. I will see you all next week. Have a great night. Have a great evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. And no, Nico. You did not waste anyone's time. You did not. So we did not waste anyone's time. Forget about it. Let's talk in DMs. This was not a waste of time. This is just a new way to do something, and we also now can have. Let's just align. It's fine. It is fine. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining me on this very boring stream. I will see you all next week, and yeah, have a great weekend. Enjoy your long weekend, Jeff. And yeah, that's it. I have nothing more to say. I will see you all next week. Good night.